earlier this month, we reported a Weld County man is suing the town of Kersey, claiming his First Amendment rights were violated after he was blocked from the town's Facebook page. This comes after he criticized the police chief over photo radar fines. And since then, the town later updated its social media policy, saying it only removes hostile or threatening content. But it is raising questions on freedom of speech. Our 9 News legal expert Whitney Traylor joins us right now to break down the case. Thank you so much for coming in.
Sure.
This is really interesting because there's a lot of backstory here.
Yes.
So you read the federal complaint that was filed last week. What are the allegations and claims here?
Yeah, it's really interesting, and it's not just this First Amendment allegation of a freedom of speech claim. It's actually a freedom of petition and freedom of speech and a retaliation claim. And so what the plaintiff is alleging is he's saying that he had posted about the chief of police, the Kersey chief of police, who had alleged there were video of him yelling sexist and homophobic remarks at his former neighbor. He also criticized the photo radar program in Kersey, as you said in the lead-in, and based on that, he posted those on the Kersey police Facebook page. They then deleted the comments and blocked him, and that's what led to him filing this First Amendment freedom of speech and freedom of petition claim.
Is there a legal precedent for this type of case?
Yeah, there is a lot of legal precedent, actually. The courts have been very, I think, consistent in saying that, hey, if this is a public forum case, if this is a public forum, you can't delete people's comments, you can't block them. And actually, the lawyer representing the plaintiff here, Andy McNulty, he had another case similar to this in the city of Woodland Park. And there someone actually had used some curse words against the police, and they did the same thing, deleted and blocked. They brought the lawsuit. It ultimately went to court, and the judge awarded $65,000. This was in 2022. So that was one case. And then, of course, there's been cases involving Lauren Boebert and President Trump as well.
So tell us a little bit more about those high-profile cases that kind of may play into this.
Yeah, so in 2019, President Trump had blocked on his real Donald Trump, his Twitter account, he had blocked a bunch of different people. They brought a lawsuit, and it actually went to court, then it went to the Second Circuit, and they said, no, this is a public forum. Even though this is your personal page, real Donald Trump, it's still, he's using it as a public forum. And so they said that was unconstitutional for him to block it. Now, it ultimately went to the Supreme Court, and they deemed the case moot. They dismissed it as moot because President Biden came in. So then recently, after the January 6th, insurrection on the Capitol, thank you. Lauren Boebert actually had blocked a state representative, Buentello. She had brought claims saying that Lauren Boebert was involved in the insurrection, and she blocked her. Now, that was on her personal page. So in that case, the court said, no, this was her personal page. She could block it. So different results in those two cases. And the real question is it a public forum?
Okay, so what are the chances that this case settles?
Well, most cases settle. You know, the vast majority of civil cases do settle. This one, I haven't, obviously the city of Kersey has not been able to file their answer yet, so we don't know what their defense is going to be. But the allegations here are pretty serious, so I would suspect it settles, because then, you know, you're going to have the attorney fees, you're going to potentially be liable for the plaintiff's attorney fees. So I would suspect that it settles, but sometimes people want to dig in and fight these cases.
So what is he asking for here, and what realistically may he recover?
Yeah, so he's asking, in the complaint, he's asking for injunctive relief. So he's saying, so that's an action. They're saying, hey, put me back on the Facebook page, put my comments back up, and change your policies. So that's the injunctive relief. And then they're also asking for money damages. So they're asking to be made whole, compensatory damages. And what that amounts to, who knows? In the case in 2022, it was $65,000. So that would be up to a judge or jury to determine, hey, here's how much he was damaged. So that'll be a question. But this was a statute that they were suing under that also entitles the prevailing plaintiff to attorney fees. So if it goes to court and the plaintiff wins, the city of Kersey is also going to have to pay the plaintiff's attorney fees. So this
That can
could
get pricey.
it can get pricey. So they're going to have their cost of defense, potentially the plaintiff's attorney fees, and then whatever judgment they get hit with if they lose. So there's a lot at risk, and that really goes into the settlement analysis in terms of determining whether you're going to settle or not.
All right, well, we'll be following it for sure.
Yes, really interesting.
Yes, it is. Whitney, as always, thank you.
All right.